Is it safe to assume that it basically like swept like this way, went up, and then went over there?
I could put numbers on them.
Sure.
This is something the Lord Marshal would have tracked.
Are there any other children here in the manor besides your son?
There are several children. The mayor has 4 himself, from 3 different women nonetheless.
Oof.
Well,
How?
this is just my opinion or guess, but they might come here next.
It's not hitting the same place twice. How closely are the children here watched in the estate specifically?
Oh, the 5 didn't work. Whoops.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Some of my keys don't work.
Just type the word out 5.
Need not just like mood.
Oh, there we go.
He just turns on his heel as you say that, Seraph. Then we are paying you to ensure that does not happen.
Who's with your son right now?
His maid. I have 3 people that tend my house as servants.
If I could make a suggestion, sir, maybe give your son dedicated guard, at least until this is all over. I understand it might be seen as special treatment, but he kind of taps at the map for a moment. If this thing, person, whatever it is, isn't hitting the same place twice, then there's not a lot of places it could go next.
The only place it hasn't is here.
And the market.
I would put
dogs.
one on the mayor's children as well.
Does anybody live at the docks or in the market district, or?
There are people there. We've begun establishing trade to the island to gather resources. It's quite rich in minerals.
Ugh.
You disapprove?
Just the reason to believe that the island is rather dangerous. So messing around with it might cause repercussions, but I don't know any specifics about it.
Well, if those repercussions happen, they know who to come to.
Alright.
You will afford 2 members to guard over this area. Everyone else I want on assignment.
Okay.
Alright then.
Wonder who will pick.
You don't have your own men that can guard?
Watch your tongue, girl. We hired you for a reason.
We're Blackwatch, Sheriff. This is what we do.
The specialized
If
people
this
who
thing
handle
is a
this
dangerous
case.
creature,
He just looks down at the guards in the common area. I forget what that's called. That has a name. Like the
What, the
area
court?
outside a gate between
Oh, yeah.
them. Is it a courtyard?
I think
Maybe
it's
it's
just
a courtyard. Sure. In the courtyard. Those men were to face something. One of these dark creatures. They would be overwhelmed, most likely, unless we had it in significant numbers. I fought several of them when I was younger. I understand what they're capable of.
if town guards could take down Dark Ones, Seraph, then they wouldn't need us.
My concern was we'll be less effective in our investigation if half of us are here, is all.
It's also a
I
point
believe
of out
you
of
made
game.
I believe you made it clear you thought they would strike here next.
That was before we knew that there's children living at the docks and the markets.
Regardless, Seraph, it's not your concern, or not your call, I should say. Lefty, what do you think? Keep Lucian and Flora here.
They bought us. They paid for the services. We're at your beck and call, my lord.
I wouldn't say Lucian and Flora, he would say Valkyrie and Jenny.
Marsha will do.
Flora, no, not Flora. God. Seraph whispers now, who's the bootlicker to Lucky?
Marshall, is that a title or a name?
It is my name.
You're very humble then. Right.
Titles and privilege does not carry you through life. Putting calluses on your hands will.
I'm inclined to agree.
If you need anything, I will be here. Some people might be reluctant to talk. If you need a more forceful hand, I can make myself available.
We'll see if it comes to that. I'd rather turn to you first than these writs. Oh, while I'm thinking of it, sir, did another one of our own come here first?
No one has been here yet.
Odd.
That is odd, because your man at the gate said one of us had already been here.
So they directed them towards the mayor's house, but they might not have gone directly here. Could be at the
Maybe
dark
it's like
side.
they're
Then.
not follow through.
Who told you it came here?
What was that fella's
Captain
name?
August.
Thank you.
Captain August. Understood. If you are done eating, there's a job to get done.
Right.
I wasted enough time.
Seraph will do a slightly exaggerated curtsy to the Lord Marshal.
And there are two of the natives that are more active and roaming than others.
Really?
I would consider them people of interest in your investigation.
Right. But with all due respect, Marshal, the list of people of interest, peoples of interest, I guess,
People of interest.
is a very long list at this point. This early in the investigation. But we'll keep that in mind.
Understood. As well as there are several mage hunters here.
Mage
Huh.
hunters? What the fuck's a mage hunter?
Yeah, roll a history check.
Would I know?
You would probably know, yes.
Would Bradford have any clue? Like, came across
Ooh.
the terminology before?
You know. You might. You very well might. I would definitely say you can roll a history.
Does this affect history? Let's find out. Oh, fuck. Give me the goddamn thing. Roll investigation, medicine, animal handling. It does not affect history. Alright, so it's just a straight roll. Maybe? 14?
You know, you recall Khan mentioning something about this.
It's itching my head, but I can't pin it down exactly.
Is it
Right.
associated with Cowhorse?
Not exactly, but they're not too far off. There
They-
are sects of people that are specifically focused on making sure majocracies don't take control.
I remember now. Because Khan's subclass was ancients, and their job was specifically to handle Sisters of Light, correct?
To monitor and make sure they don't get out of hand.
Right. So they'd be like an offshoot
Now-
of Mage Hunters, then.
With a 23, Scarecrow, you kind of know a little bit more to this story. It's not this order of mage hunters that has brought this about. It was the sisters that saw to their creation as a check to themselves if in case they got out of control.
I guess that makes sense, yeah, because they are, at least mostly, on the side of good. And they know how bad an evil sister light can be. Good for them. Looking out for the rest of us.
Oh god. They need it. Don't need more evil sisters of light.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
So
mage
anyway.
hunter's here in the town right now.
3 of them from my accounts. They're led by a man named Captain Marcellus.
Are they here to stay?
I don't believe they've applied for any sort of residency. But given this town's genesis,
Mm-hmm.
think they want to ensure everything is on the up and up.
Well, everything is not
Right.
on the up and up, so do you think they'd be willing to help us?
That would be a discussion for you to have. I do not guide their affairs, just make sure they do not step out of line.
Just didn't know if you had any insights on it. Where they're staying?
There are several inns within the north, east, and south town. Some people stay long term, as they don't exactly have residency yet. They've become somewhat of a communal home.
Mm-hmm.
You might find them at one of them.
Right. Thank you very much.
Oh, what about temples or I guess common grounds for children to play in? Those kind of locations the kids might be drawn to. Or would that
There's
be
a
more-
temple towards the center of town near that great tree of the locals.
Right, I recall it.
Hopefully, Gamella watches over us even here.
Right now we're closest to Megval, right? Not
Correct.
Amira? Yeah. So, Singelia's gaze is something to behold. So I'm sure she's got it cast over here, even now.
He just does a slight nod. That will be all then.
Should be.
For the time being.
If see any sign of that watchman that got here before us, do let us know, please.
Do you not police your own?
He may not be a watchman.
We got
Okay.
separated. It's all. He got here before us. Sorry.
I will let him know you've checked in.
Thank you. Sir, call sign is Viper, but don't call him by that. Let him say it first.
Understood.
Thank you.
He does a nod before going back to the window to look out at.
Then we're on the case. I assume we'll let Lucian and Valkyrie and Jenny watch over the kids.
You got it, bud. We're getting
Channy.
there.
I love that it's Channy.
So why'd you pick that
Once
one?
Because
Jan,
he got
he's-
cleanup duty.
Oh, Jan, it's her. Okay.
Yeah, he didn't have one ready, so Lucky gave him one.
It's like, hey, you had like 3 days to think of it. It's like, nah.
Once we're outside the manor, Sarah will ask Saturday, did that chicken taste like chicken?
I'm being like, I assume it tasted like chicken. Did something taste off about it? Let's put it that way.
It wasn't to Billy Sunday standards, but it
Of course. No,
Decent.
of course.
was
Like the-
passable.
Yeah. It was edible. Could use a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I think they cooked it too long, it was too dry, but nothing off.
Someone put their grubby fucking fingers in open mine, so I didn't get a good taste.
You fucking jackass.
The mayor was a creep, right?
Oh,
Oh, it was
the
like
worst.
I thought he might legitimately be a suspect, but it seems less likely that he's like eating children or something if he has his own children.
Oh God, did you think he was eating children? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I
so
thought
nasty.
I thought
Is that
Oh,
why you were
I thought
trying
the
to do
chicken.
the don't eat?
oh God. Oh, I
Yeah.
shouldn't have eaten it. I did it out of spite. Oh,
I
gross.
thought the chicken could be children, so have fun with that.
Do you know how
Yeah.
difficult it would be to
Hu-
try and make humans look like
Shoot.
chicken? Like the
Yeah,
presentation.
human meat looks
Is it?
nothing
Is
like
it?
chicken, cooked
Is
or
it?
otherwise.
How do you? Hmm.
Go on, ask it.
Hmm.
See, it makes sense for me because I handle like different types of meat and stuff. I know how it looks presented. He's just fucking weird.
Does it make sense?
It makes more
Yeah.
sense. It doesn't make 100% sense, but it makes more sense if you think about it.
This is weird. Y'all are weird, but I kind of like it.
We're the fucking
At least
Black
we're
Watch,
not-
man. What do you expect?
At least not the mayor's brand of weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, I understand we have priorities. We're here to hunt a monster, but well, doesn't mean I don't like the guy.
No,
He's all
he's
right. You
grade A piece of shit.
Glad we're all in the consensus here.
Lloyd Marshall seemed like a decent guy.
We seemed on
I'm
the
surprised he's not the one in charge, but I imagine that's because he's not Lord's Alliance anymore.
His house fell.
Something about probably a disgrace or something.
Wouldn't be surprised. Nobility
So,
likes to hold on to those kinds of things. I don't think they had a fair election here.
Yeah, they get very snippy
This
about
guy.
stuff.
This guy.
With a fair election, that's great.
No, just something in the back of my mind keeps telling me I don't think they had an election.
Yeah, I don't think the natives had a say in that.
Yeah, just a hunch, a small hunch.
So we should start here and with the natives, maybe?
You want to start with the most recent one?
Yeah.
Marshall suggested we start with the tent cities.
Why would we start where the trail's coldest?
They were hit first. At the very least, it would appease them to know that they're being seen to finally.
Yes, if the timing is right, it's been almost 3 months for them.
Establish some sort of chronology. I hate investigations.
We could also
You'd hate the White Watch.
Wait, White Watch does investigations?
Yeah, sometimes.
What
glad
else
it
are we
was-
I
gonna
knew that. I'd have applied there.
I thought it was mostly, just never mind. It doesn't matter. We're not getting on that again.
do?
You almost dragged me back in.
Well, either way, Lucky, you bring up a good point. Establishing a set timeline of events would do wonders.
So tense it is.
All right, let's head over. And mage hunters. What do you know about them, Seraph?
What would I know?
Yeah, they watch the powers that be. They do sometimes get involved with the Black Watch itself and specifically the White Watch. But it's normally just ensuring things are up to code, making sure nothing out of line has happened here to establish things.
I'm sorry, go on.
Like to make sure, they're not like, I don't know, sacrificing children to build the town.
Right. They basically just police mages in the cities. Keep the Sisters of Light in line if they would ever fall. Or the nobles who dabble in arcane things. They just check to make sure nobody's, doing anything they shouldn't.
If we wanted their assistance, would they offer it, or will they offer it freely, or are we going to have to try and wet their
They
hands?
work with the White Watch, so they might.
Maybe if we can
Yes.
spin this into a sort of tale that they would be interested in. Drop
Wag
the
his
words
finger at
dark
Jericho.
magic, and I imagine they might prick their ears up.
I mean,
Well,
for
that could
all
be
we know,
entirely
dark
accurate.
magic might be involved.
True.
Right. Yeah, can't rule that out.
We did find a Sister of Light here. I want to clue them in on that, though I imagine they already know.
Actually, that would make
Alright.
sense that the Sister of Light disappears and then something dark moves in. Detected a threat.
If they're not interested in that, they're fools.
Right. They found a Sister of Light. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. What did... Where... It was a local, right?
Yes.
Yeah, beneath the great tree.
They might be checking if there's more. Well, he just sort of like looks over to the side. There might be disappearing them if there is, you know.
You think that's why the kids are going missing?
God, if there is 7 Sisters of Light... Wait, some of them are male. That can't be.
Nah, can't be.
Maybe the guy has bad eyesight.
Never seen a Brother of Light.
Unless, I mean... I don't know. We're speculating. Let's get information before we
Let's
speculate.
get to the tents. We should get to the tents.
To the tents.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
We'll start with the first victim.
You head over to said tent city.
Oh,
Making your way. Yeah?
would having been in here count as like a short rest?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Just
Cool,
want to
cool.
double check
Call.
because I get to reset a couple of things.
Thanks, Bradford.
Yeah. Did you call me Bredford?
Brentford.
I mean, it's a fitting name considering. So I'm not that mad.
Bradford.
Bredford. That's a lot.
As you head over to this area, you see sort of lined up like chains of wagons and tents interspersed between them are these rows of tents in this small little city-like area. The roads are well traveled, but what is not is somewhat pale, lifeless green grass that has grown around it. But more so, what you do see is that there is, on every bit of these, there's sort of battlements set up that several guards are in overwatch, almost watching them as if they're prisoners.
Ugh.
I'll tell you what, it looks something like this.
Hey!
Oh, a map.
What the fuck?
As you head in, you see that there are several people out and about going about their business, but people start sort of shying away more and more as you show up till only the people at these small little stalls are still present, going about some chores.
Yeah. Rapper's gonna say, do you think we should maybe ask the Lord Marshal to, how do we put this, declare our presence so that people will be less gestures his hands off to the people hiding like that.
No.
You think it'll make a difference?
Probably not.
I don't know.
He's the stick. We should be the carrot.
You just see Lucky sort of looking back and forth. Oh, look over there.
It's all
I went setting up
check.
sort of business.
Okay.
Where's this that then?
Hey, you put money in, you get answers out.
I had a similar idea.
You got money on you, Lucky?
Come on, man. Are you broke?
I don't have a single coin on me.
Oh, right. Y'all are new. Oh, yeah, I had a
Yeah.
bet with Oni. How much do you owe?
That's a big number. That's Garth is gonna look up real quick.
5,000.
Is it?
Currently, it's about 4,800.
God!
At the start, it was 71.
He just pulls out 2 gold and hands it over to Seraph.
Ooh, what do you think it was?
I bet 9.
9 bloody thousand.
I thought you were go-getters.
No, sorry. Haven't gotten anything in a long time.
At least Oni wasn't right. He bet 3.
Ha!
So 1 thought conservative, 1 thought go-getters. All right.
He still says he's like clairvoyant, and he bet 3.
He could
Oh,
see
he
6
guessed like
seconds.
6 seconds.
As you walk over having this conversation, you see this older gentleman who is covered in robes, sort of has a towel slightly wrapped around that turns into a scarf covering most of his head, in these like a shirt that's sort of tucked and tied in with another sash, and like a sleeveless jacket over top of it with some wide bottom pants. He looks up and says, "Oh, you need your shoe shined?" I was just thinking that's exactly what I needed in this muddy place. Yes, please.
It would be so kind.
He sits up in his little chair, and you see the man go about cleaning his boots.
You know, chum, most people here seem to be shying away from us. How come you're not?
Well, I ain't got many days left. Gotta make some money.
You don't have any days left. What's the money for?
Your family?
You know, kids, grandkids,
Nuts.
everyone's gotta eat. And there's a lot more opportunity here.
It's a clean slate, blank canvas, fresh start.
Exactly. And hard work pays dividends in the end.
Problem with a clean canvas, you got fresh problems. You know what I'm
Hmm.
talking about?
Oh, everyone's got problems.
The disappearances?
Oh, yeah. So sad that is, but
Very nasty
The,
business.
the first one happened around here, didn't it?
oh yeah. Yes it did. A little bit back. Right after it was just starting to